Hello everyone, I'm Radimus2099 and welcome back to the review of the Kree Sentery Build-A-Figure. So, I finally finished the entire wave. Yes, I got everyone in this wave, even though I did not plan on that originally. I was going to skip out on Gargoyle and a couple other figures. So, let's begin this review off on a right note, which is my least favorite Marvel Legend figure out of all of them. Down at the bottom of the list because the articulation is not good. Gargoyle suffers from this extensively, and he really doesn't fit in most ways where they love the comic book characters not fitting, such as, a great example is the Ant-Man Giant Man wave. There's only 3 Marvel figures, and then there was 3 comic book figures, and those 3 comic book figures were not even mentioned in Civil War. They aren't even near getting a cameo in the MCU. But they were still cool characters, and I still love them. But I also don't like the texture on him. He doesn't really suit this sort of little sprinkles in the plastic. That suits for more characters like Janice Val and other comic book characters. Gargoyle needs to have the bumps, so I bought a whole bunch of Rust-Oleum, and I'm going to make him rusted. Anyway, second from the bottom is the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel jacketed version. I really was enjoying that she comes with Goose, and she comes with Goose that's expressive, but the face doesn't really look like Brie, and it doesn't really look like Amy Poehler to me. I don't know who I see. And the atrocity of still having those terrible arm joints still makes me annoyed. That's why I might just I'm hoping that the new female figures from now on will be double jointed. If not, they're all going to be really bottom of the bar. And I do like this version for coming with Goose. But, I mean, come on, they really didn't have to do this figure, so I won't give it much love. Now, third from the bottom is Janice Val. I loved him. I love Janice Val. He is such a cool character, and he's a nice figure. How they made him was really cool. But I have a big issue with mine. That is, his wrist joint is way too thin, and his thighs aren't like poked in or anything. They aren't okay. So that makes really doing a stop motion with him hard, and I do like him for all that he is. He is nice. For being a fully transformer. For being a full translucent figure, he doesn't bring too much that I would enjoy. But I still bought him, so take that as good. Almost reaching that top 3 figures. It's Talos. Ooh, I love him. But this figure really suffers. His jacket, you cannot bend you cannot use his waist at all. And you really can't use the rotation. It really cuts it off, and I feel like they could have found a different way to do this. Instead of just a whole rubber coat over him, they could have at least split into 2 parts, or attached this to the waist, and then this just as a jacketed piece, but you could still bend it, and you really can't, and articulation is limited, and he doesn't come with any accessories. Anything. At least come with an extra human head or something, or human hands, or I'd even take the milkshake at this point. And he really doesn't look like Ben Mendelsohn, forgot how to say his name, from the movie. He just looks like a scroll. That's really all I can say about him. He's nice, not too nice. And earning that bronze medal is Nick Fury. Ooh, this figure is really nice for just being a great Nick Fury. It doesn't have to be Nick Fury from 90s. He could even be, if you just add some paint and stuff, Pulp Fiction Nick Fury. So he really beats out every other company's attempt at a Samuel L. Jackson. That's including Diamond Select, a lot of other ones, and SH Figuarts. Yes, I've looked at those photos. This guy does not look like is on a different level than that guy. For 1, coming with a gun, and 2, coming with Goose in shackles, which is just funny, and he looks like Samuel L. Jackson. Looks like they just printed one and yeah. Nice job, Captain Marvel, for earning the silver medal. You're not the best, but you're still great. I really like this figure, and sort of just an overview, there's not that I have much wrong with it, except for the elbows. The face doesn't look too much like Brie Larson, but more than the other one. And, hey, I mean, I kind of wish that this had binary hands or something, but nope. And winning that gold medal, Rog, ooh, this figure was fantastic. Even though he is based off of concept art, and he doesn't really wear this helmet at all in the movie, he's still great. He still has a lot to him. That the articulation is great, the gun is great, his look is great. I don't have many problems with it. Out of all of them, he has some of the best articulation. He has full double jointed, he has double bend elbows, all the nuts and bolts. Only thing that I could really wish is for a separate head that was Jude Law. But with that comes to the conclusion of my list of the best figures in this wave. So let's run over some articulation for the Kree Sentery. So he has a ball joint waist swivel, which can go that far back and that far forward. No type of waist swivel, ball joint, and hinge at the head. Swivel outwards, rotation, cut. Hand is normal, rotation, bend, hinge, you know that stuff. That far, that back, rotation, nice. Double jointed, clicky. And so, yeah, that really comes to a conclusion. I gotta say that this is probably one of my favorite Build-A-Figures, besides the one that I will be reviewing sooner, which is, later, at more of a later time, which is the awesome, amazing M'Baku. But this figure is still great for having so much on with him. He has a nice look, from the back. I do not mind posing this guy from the back. And he's just intimidating. Even putting him in my stop motion for 5 seconds made me even a little coward. And you'll see what I mean in the next episode of Captain Marvel, which will be coming out later this week. Stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a whole bunch of my other reviews. And stay subscribed to this channel. I will not be leaving, even though I had to take a break yesterday. But I will be doing a bunch of reviews of the Marvel movies. I will order them, all from least favorite to most favorite, the day before Endgame. By the way, I bought Endgame tickets. I'm going to see them Thursday, the day before it comes out. Anyway,